immediately. Okay. Do I need to say it?
Hi, philosopher.
Hi, Vero.
What happened with the others?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't know that I am streaming on YouTube, and when they learned about it, they ran away.
Yes, or maybe they the topic. But if they are interested in the topic, they entered. But I don't understand.
I also don't understand the people, and I'm not
Yes.
trying after all those people that I know, that I
hmm
see.
hmm
Yeah, things are clear. Even if someone is newbie, if they have enough intelligence and awareness, they can read and they can
hmm
understand a lot of things by just reading about this room, what's going on.
hmm
Yeah, but it doesn't work like that all the time.
hmm
So, you want to talk about God?
Yes, of course. I think it's a very interesting topic.
Cool. I should underline again, this conversation will be on YouTube.
hmm
Okay, cool. Very cool. So, do you
hmm
believe in God?
To be honest, I don't believe in God, but I think I have like magic thoughts. Yes, I want to believe in something after that, but it's a conflict, or I have a conflict in this uh, situation, because sometimes I would like to believe. Yes,
You'd like to believe. Okay.
yes, sometimes. How about you, philosopher?
Mm, I don't believe in any
hmm
God,
hmm
and I'm a little bit hesitant about believing in any God because I don't know whether any God exists or not, and I don't know what kind of a God exists, if God exists, or how many
hmm
gods exist.
Yes.
This is very
hmm
tricky.
hmm
And what did you say about magic?
Yes, for example, magic thoughts is like, for example, my father passed away, but I like to wear um, um, his shirts, because I think I feel like a protected when I wear his shirts. Then that kind of magic thoughts I refer. Yes, it's like I know that they are only objects, but I when I am in contact with those objects. Yes.
You're in contact with what kind of objects again? I'm so confused.
Yes, like a shears, or like a cloths, in general cloths, for example, of that belong to my father, and I feel protected by those clothes. Yes, I think that I believe in some energy or something like that. Yes, the energy of many people, but it not. I don't believe like in a God, like for example in my church, in my traditional church that is Catholic. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I believe in certain energy. Yes. hmm
Certain energy. Okay.
hmm
Well, when it comes to that church, the people who believe in God,
hmm
don't you think that they believe in that God the way that you believe in the magical clothes?
Uh, 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 I, to be honest, for example, in my traditional church, the church of my family, yes, I feel really very disappointed because of a lot because there are a lot of bad behaviors, yes, like pederasty and things like that, then I am very disappointed. I feel really very I yes, I don't want to know anything about them because I think there are a lot of politics inside of any church. Uh, okay, I can talk about only my church, but I think that other churches can have the same problems. That they yes, they have politics inside, and they have a lot of yes, personal intention is not the intention of the community or mystical intentions. Is like something very yes from this world. Mhm.
I see. I see. There's some problems in the church. That's why you don't want to believe.
Yes, of course, but yes, I think yes. For example, in my church, you can see a lot that the members of the church, the high members of the church, are really very wealthy. You can see the museums of in Italy and Rome. They are a lot of yes things. Yes, the church, the buildings, and the all the treasures that they have, but at the same time, there are a lot of poor people, and they don't do anything, and that makes me I don't know to be angry.
I understand that frustration, Jim.
Yes, exactly. It's a frustration.
Okay. But what about the people who believe in God?
I don't know. I think that uh, yes, there is not only one God. There are a lot of gods, and I think some of them share pictures. But um, yes, but to be honest, I don't know a lot about other religions. I think it could be very interesting, for example, to listen people who belong to other religions. Maybe my yes, the people who are here, like Abdullah, Francisco, or Shariar.
Okay. Guys, do you want to talk? Do you want to continue? Abdullah, Shahriar.
Philosopher, I'm just
Yeah, hello.
feeling sleepy, so I will just listen. Then I will sleep after a few moments.
Okay,
So I'm here.
okay.
To listen. Yeah.
I hope you listen a good one. Okay, Abdullah, you were also saying something. Okay, you change your mind. Okay, no problem. Hello, Francisco. You have the mic if you want to talk.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me. Uh, and your name is Philo. Oh, sorry, Philo. Okay, yeah, the owner,
Philosopher.
philosopher.
Yeah,
That's nice.
or you can call me just Phil.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so you are aware of the topic, I hope.
No, I haven't read the topic of. What's the topic? Sorry.
The topic is existence of gods. Is there a god, or there are many gods, or there is no god? Is the topic.
Okay, okay. One god or many gods or none?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And
it's pretty huge. Uh, we can address this topic from different perspective. I think so. Faith, for example. From faith, okay, we are free to feel faith, to believe in a God. It's just Like say, if we are here, it's because we were created.
That's what you think.
For who? For someone. We don't know. Intelligent being, the Almighty, the one who is timeless. Yeah. But from another perspective, it's like we take part in the process of life. We are part of the Almighty. We are like an expression of God Himself in here. So, who is God? Somehow you, the other human being, a plant, a tree, everything, everything that is already manifested.
But I have a statement. Just because someone believes in something, that doesn't mean it's true. What do you say
Good
about
point. Yeah. Yeah. And somehow, according to a German philosopher, his surname was Feuerbach. Feuerbach said that human being needed to create able to manage complex things. We are not able to understand. We are not able to embrace the whole. So in that way, we needed to create an almighty being, the Almighty, the one who created us, the one who have an explanation for everything. If we believe in that being, we are going to be safe from evil. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Guys, you should
Yeah,
even
bro.
know. Sorry, Abdullah. You should know that this is
Yeah.
live. Oh my God, Abdullah, do you hear me or my audio is terrible?
Yeah.
Okay, if
No,
you
no.
hear me,
Yeah. Your voice is clear, bro.
okay, then why you're not trying to listen? I'm trying to say something. Okay, I believe it's important for some people, maybe not all people. This
Okay.
conversation is going on YouTube directly. You should know that.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned about it in the welcome message, but people don't see, don't read anything. It's also mentioned on the title of this room. People can even know it before entering the room, but somehow they miss it. Sometimes they don't see it and they complain about it. That's why I'm just trying to inform. Okay, now you can talk if you.
Yeah.
Okay. Your topic is one God or many gods.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a Muslim. I'm from Pakistan. So as a Muslim, I believe in only one true God, Allah.
Mm-hmm.
So Islam teaches that God is one without any partners or equals. We respect our others' beliefs, but our faith is based on the idea, okay, that the worship should be directed only to one who created everything. So there is our holy book we call Quran. Quran Majid. The Quran says He is Allah, the one and only Allah, the internal absolute and uh, begets on, nor was He begotten, and there is none like unto Him.
I see.
There is a plural. ikhlas.
Yeah, you don't have to mention about that.
So,
Abdullah.
we believe in one God.
Abdullah. Yeah, that's clear. When you say you're Muslim,
So,
everything
Islam
is
teaches
clear for
that
me,
Allah
okay?
is
I
the
believe
same God
you're trying
worshipped
to
by
look for this
the
conversation
prophets
through
like
YouTube. Maybe that's why
Adam,
there's a lot of
Noah,
latency. I don't
and
understand the
Abraham.
problem. Or maybe you're doing it on
Yeah, yeah.
purpose and it's not cool if you're doing it on purpose. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Abdullah, with all my respect, and Philo, yeah, I know the something about your belief system, your
Mm-hmm.
religion, because I have been talking about Islam with many different people in this platform mostly. I know something. Thank you. But I would like to address this topic from a different perspective because according to my point of view, if we remain stuck in the same narrative, we are not going to make progress. It's okay what I'm saying, Philo? Sober? Uh,
Wait, what? And Francisco,
correct me.
Francisco, I think your
Yeah.
mic is so close to your mouth. Can you just make it a
Oh,
little?
sorry. Thank you. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you for
yeah.
telling me. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That yes is annoying. I know.
That's okay.
Yeah. Uh, the, I was thinking about, for example, another philosopher called Nietzsche. Have you ever listened to talk about Nietzsche?
Nietzsche. Nietzsche.
Nietzsche. Thank you. Yeah, Nietzsche said that God is dead. He said God is dead because if you see, if you take human being as an expression of life, an expression of the Almighty intelligence that is supposed that intelligence, the will of that intelligence is to allow life continue, keep going. It's supposed that we, if we are taking part of that process of life, we should not kill each other. We should respect life. So if we think that we are going to become the superhuman being in this way by killing each other, we are going to end up becoming into the superhuman being. The best human being ever exists on the world is because God is dead. There is no God, you know. It's a very interesting point of view because if we were doing well, if we were exactly doing what is Quran, Islam, the Torah, the Holy Bible says, if we were doing exactly what is supposed we have to do as a religious human being, we can say, okay, that proves that God is alive and exists. Because we are doing nothing about that. We are killing each other. We are greedy. We don't care. We are selfish. You know, as human being, I'm not talking about Islam, um,
Francisco.
different religion. Yeah,
I have a question. Do you know what is a recipe?
the recipe,
Do you know what is a recipe?
a recipe in general. Yes, I know.
Okay. Imagine that I have a recipe for a very famous French soup, okay? And I sent you the recipe and you started to prepare the soup, okay? And the soup is, wow, like
Okay.
so good, okay? And then I say, hey,
Uh-huh.
bon appetit, Francisco. The recipe came from an angel. Would you believe in that?
Good. Oh,
And let's
Okay.
let's
I gonna maybe
not
I
make
gonna
it.
ask you, please. Can you introduce me? Can you please introduce me the angel who gave you the recipe?
Oh, you
I
you,
would
you
like
want to meet?
to say
Okay, but can you introduce me the God who sent those books? Can you do that?
no, 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 no.
Okay,
I
but
I
so you
I
see,
I, I think that I got the point. Yes,
cool,
yes,
very cool.
yes. Yes. No, was you the one who prepared the soup?
I
Maybe
didn't mean that.
inspired.
I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
But what is the point here? Just because there's a book and book has some instructions, and if you follow the instructions properly, if you see that, oh, it's working, that means it's working. But it doesn't mean it came from a god, or it doesn't mean that it came from an angel. We only know
I
humans
got it. Yeah. Okay.
that writing books, right? So if you find a
Yeah.
recipe, well, recipes are prepared by humans so far. Only we know humans. We didn't have any other evidence for angels, God, aliens preparing soup. So take care, Vero. Thanks for joining. And I was gonna say something to Abdullah. He mentioned about the main topic, which is one God or many gods, and he referred to the Quran, which is circular reasoning again.
Yeah.
Because I made the same statement to you, Francisco, if you remember. I said, if you believe in something, that means it's true. That was the question. So the same question goes to Abdullah. Just because something is written in a book, that means it's true.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Look, there is a lot of Allah sent has messengers like Ibrahim alayhi salatu salam, Nuh alayhi salatu salam, Musa alayhi salatu salam is a lost messenger. The Prophet Muhammad sallam, he is the messenger of Allah. Allah said in the Quran, he is a messenger of mine. Okay, so we believe the Quran because you looked and the 400 years after 400 years the Quran there is no word like no word change. So if you see the Bible and other books, they will change. The people came and they they written his own uh, for own profit. They written something in Bible and other book. Like if you see the Quran, so in the 400 years ago, the Quran came. The Quran was came, and after 400 years, after 400 years, the Quran in the same world. So it's like it's a big thing because no one changed the one word in Quran.
Let's suppose that
And
this is true. Abdullah, let's suppose that this is
yeah,
true.
yeah,
I don't believe in that, but let's suppose this is true, okay?
okay.
Don't you think humans cannot protect a book?
What?
Don't you think that humans cannot protect a book?
Human word?
Do you think that humans are not able to protect any book?
Hmm.
Um,
Just a minute. Okay.
philosopher, what do you
Okay.
mean with that? It's like that maybe in thousands of years there are not going to be any book. It's like human beings are not able to protect any book along the time. I can't take your question.
Okay, I think my question was simple. Like, we have the ability to protect things. If you want to protect something, we can protect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
If it's a book, then we can protect the book. I don't see any rule where it says that humans cannot protect any book. That doesn't mean we protect every book, and that's a fact, right? We don't protect every book. but that doesn't mean we cannot protect any book. So
Uh, if you see what religion are you follow?
I'm an atheist. I don't follow any religion.
Okay, okay. So you said the whole world, the the whole world and all. How it's made? Like everything is like automatically going.
Uh,
What do you think?
I don't know how the universe exists. Like, let's don't talk about
So
the planet only, like the universe,
okay.
right? I don't know how it works.
So what do you, so what you don't know your purpose to why I come in the world.
That
You don't
doesn't
know
mean.
your purpose.
Oh, you say you don't know your purpose. It sounds like you know that I have a
Yeah,
purpose. That doesn't mean I have a purpose.
yeah.
You believe that I have a purpose, or maybe you believe that you have a purpose. Again, just because you have a belief, that doesn't mean it's true. How do you know that I have a purpose? Just because I'm here, that means I have a purpose?
Yeah, because
Really?
you said I'm an atheist. Okay, you said I'm an atheist. Yes.
Yeah.
So so what's your purpose to come in this world? So what's your purpose? What is your purpose to living?
I have
You
a
came
lot
and
of purposes in this life.
mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
if you're trying to say that someone created me for a purpose, you need to present evidence for
yeah.
that. Just because I exist here, that doesn't mean there's someone who created me for a purpose. No, that doesn't mean that. Then you should apply the same rule. God exists, therefore someone created your God for a purpose. But you don't believe in that, right? You don't believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
So that means if God doesn't have a creator, so that means God doesn't have such a purpose that we have. So that means we can also
Okay.
exist
So
without any purpose.
so from from whom is a Muslim from whom is a like a main bone
From what?
from whom as main bone.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Hmm.
Um,
Who was the
philosopher.
first? Who was? Mhm.
Okay, sorry.
Who was the
Philosopher.
first
Uh,
human? And okay, you continue.
I want to just say something about what philosopher said about you are an atheist. Atheist. Uh, I was thinking about that. If you deny something, if in case I deny, for example, something, it's because somehow I believe in that thing exists. I have to in order to be able to deny something, I have to admit that things exist.
No, that's
So
really bad logic,
atheist,
Francisco. That's a very bad logic.
uh, but for example, if you say I'm agnostic, like me, agnostic, we say I don't know until we can prove that.
I'm an
I don't
agnostic
know.
at the same time, man. I'm an agnostic atheist.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
I don't know whether any
Okay.
God exists or not, and I'm not gonna believe till that
Mm-hmm.
there will be evidence. So that doesn't mean
Okay.
I have proof that God doesn't exist, or that doesn't mean I believe a God exists. So atheism means the person who doesn't believe a God exists. That's why you can't say that, oh, he believes a God exists. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. I see. Um, for example, let's imagine if any given time an almighty being came over here and we are able to see him and said, I am God. I decided to come here. And okay, wow. So the guys who wrote the books in somehow were right. There's many of you call me Allah, others call me God, others call me I don't know whatever, but I'm only one. Doesn't matter if you call me for years in order, in my name, you know, to think that you deserve to take the planet Earth in my name. You're fighting each other, and you created many different religions in order to say my God is the Almighty. No, my God. So that makes any sense. Such a stupid. So I'm only one. I come here in order to show you, who is really God. So, do you think that anything is gonna change?
Sure, I think that there are a
Uh,
lot of things that will change.
Okay, maybe
you
God
you
decided to stay here for a while, for 5 years. Okay, I'm gonna be with you for 5 years, and we are going to. Do you think that because God manifests Himself here after 5 years, we are going to do things in a different way?
I believe many
Because
people will
Daddy
do.
come over.
Yeah, I believe many people will do things in a different way because many
I think
people
we are.
kind of
Yeah.
say that they believe in God exists, but
Okay.
they don't behave as if there is a God. They don't behave as if there's an afterlife. They don't have fear of God. They don't try to think about the rules of their religions. They don't follow their rules properly. So maybe it's because they don't have good evidence, or maybe they don't feel the presence of God. Maybe that's why they are not serious about their beliefs. But yeah, if there is a God and if this God manifests, then I think many people will be more serious about their beliefs or their actions.
Hmm. I'm a Christian, I'm not. I don't practice. I'm not going to the church, but my religious beliefs are based in the Holy Bible, and and in in one part, Jesus said, "Whenever two or three of you were talking about me, I will be between you." Uh, from the Christianity point of view, that means that we are able, you know, to,
Mhm.
how can I say, to behave or to take part in the process of life according to Christianity when we keep in mind Jesus Christ uh, knowledge, wisdom, the gospel, and according to my point of view, that makes sense, somehow that makes sense, um, because two or three human beings who are talking about life, respect each other, to practice, Christianity, is somehow we are taking part in the process of life according God's will. Yeah.
uh, if we see the everything around us, so the earth, the star, our bodies work with perfect order. This cannot happen by chance. Just like a building must have a builder, this universe must have creator. You know. So
As
if you
a co-host,
see the
Abdullah,
Holy Qurans
I understand.
and Holy
Abdullah,
Qurans,
we have this problem with
Allah
Abdullah.
says,
I think he's
were
doing it on
they
purpose,
created?
but he doesn't know that I will not allow him to do that. So, oh, there's a glitch on the website. But anyway, I don't hear him. So, just because something exists, therefore there's a cause for it, doesn't make very good sense if you believe a God exists. Oh yeah, Jack was there. Jack was there. So if you think that this is the case, then who is the builder of God? Who created God? That's a very important question that maybe at least once in your life you should think about it.
Mhm.
Oh, he got
Yeah,
offended.
yeah, and yeah. That way of thinking, we are not going to find out the beginning of this story because, yeah, you're right. Somehow,
Yeah, that's why maybe we should
we
accept
are
that.
going to remain stuck.
Yeah, maybe
Mhm.
that's why exactly we should stop here on Earth. We shouldn't say, "Oh, this is perfect. This cannot exist by chance automatically." Oh, okay, God is perfect. God cannot exist automatically by chance. That means someone created the God. No, right? Like believers don't believe that God is a creator. They say that God is an uncreated being. Even that they try to save the belief by creating these kind of specific definitions so that you cannot ask the question, oh, who created God? Come on, you're stupid. No one created because God is an uncreated creator. That's why there can't be any. And yeah, they create this problem by defining their God in a specific way. But just because you have a definition, that doesn't mean it's true. That doesn't mean there's something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe someone else wants to participate.
They're free to talk, man. Don't worry. They have the mic. They can interrupt.
Yeah. Mm. Because when more people, participates, becomes more en- enriching the conversation, different point of
Sure,
view.
but not always. So sometimes when there are more people, it's becoming insufferable because all people want to talk at the same time. Yeah, it becomes messy.
uh, okay. Someone typed something messy. Okay.
Yeah, and Horashi also joined, but after seconds that I stopped streaming, he joined, and I had to go.
Okay, philosopher, I followed you. Maybe you don't care. Follow me back. Maybe I would love we were able to continue.
Since I do streams on YouTube, I don't join other rooms. So if I follow you, it doesn't mean anything for
Okay.
me. So, but if you follow me, you can join this room regularly because I create this room regularly. If you like it, you can join.
Okay, thank you. It's a good idea to stream in YouTube, broadcast in YouTube, this kind of discussion in real life, real people. We are not acting. This is not a play. It's a real conversation and without any agenda. It's a good idea. I support you.
Thanks for being part of this. Thanks for joining.
Okay. Okay. Bye for now. Bye. All the
Bye.
best.
Take care. Are you an agnostic or an atheist?
You too.
Both. I'm both. I don't know whether any God exists or not, and at the same time, I don't hold the belief that a God exists. Since I don't hold the belief that a God exists, that makes me an atheist, and at the same time, I don't know God exists or not, that makes me an agnostic. Okay. Okay, thanks for the example, Julie. Hey, Light, have you ever talked here?
Oh yeah, once.
Once.
Yeah, I just asked the question.
What was the question?
That what was your religion before you became atheist?
Did I answer?
Yes.
Okay. Oh no, that's totally false, Barnabas. That's false. Yeah, there are two types of atheists. Okay, the first one, yeah, maybe they say that, oh, I believe there's no God at all. But the other type of atheist doesn't claim that there's no God. Yet they don't believe a God exists. They're not holding a belief that a God exists, but they don't claim that there's no God at all, since they don't know many things about, you know, the universe, or they can't even imagine exactly outside of this universe. So that's why they don't claim to believe or know. So, and those atheists are called soft atheist people, and also agnostic atheists. Um, but that's I think people have a little bit right, Julie. Like that's how they started, right? Atheism, theism, and this term, the soft atheism or new atheism, came later on. That's why people couldn't get used to it. And I give their point. I give their point, but I try my best to explain. They can go both. So it's simple, Barnabas. When you don't believe in something, that doesn't mean you're sure that such a thing doesn't exist, or that is not the case. There's no such a thing. That means you're not convinced that it is the case, and maybe you're not convinced that the opposite is not the case also. For example, if you say, hey, are you convinced that there's no God? No, I'm not, because I don't know. I don't have good evidence for it. Oh, are you convinced that there is a God? No, I'm not convinced. So both. I'm not convinced for both of the statements. And just apply belief with the same sentences. It works.
I believe even Richard Dawkins says that he's an agnostic atheist, even though he's almost convinced, but he cannot be convinced because it's almost an improvable claim. So it would be dogmatic to say that he's 100% sure, and that still makes him an agnostic.
Ooh, if Richard Dawkins is an agnostic atheist, I am a messenger of agnostic atheism.
Come on.
Oh, I'm a prophet of agnostic atheism. So
He's not convinced. And even I'm not as soft as you, I would say. And I still consider myself an agnostic atheist.
mhm. Okay, so are you close to Richard Dawkins?
In what sense?
I don't know the way that you're not convinced. Need to go see
Oh,
him.
I don't think that you can ever be sure.
You don't think that you can never be sure? I didn't get that.
I mean, I don't think that you can ever be sure that there is no God, because how could you be sure?
Yeah, how could you be sure? Yeah, that's the question. I don't think you can ever be sure. Yeah. We have lost the speakers. Who's this? Oh, Ashraf. He joins regularly.
Yeah, but I just like listen
Yeah, you like to listen. Okay.
because
Sorry. You were breaking, Ashraf. I believe you're still breaking. Maybe it's my internet. Oh, probably it's my internet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, sound check. Why? Why was that? Or maybe it's free for talk, I'm not sure. But if it's free for talk, maybe I should end the stream. Anyway, let's end the stream and let's thank to the people who joined. Take care, bye-bye. Maybe I'll join again.